Hey, what's up? So we're going to talk about writing an entire album. Not just one song, not just one line, but an entire album. And we're going to start with you as a kid, and we're going to go all through your teen years and up into whatever your age is now. And we're going to talk about that experience. And this is going to be very therapeutic for you. Okay, and we're going to have some not so serious songs in there just to break up the creativity and add some twists. But this is basically your autobiography, okay? And when you're sharing your story, you want to be able to relate to as many people as you can. And sometimes you're not gonna. Your story is going to be a little bit different, you know? You may even get looked at like you're weird or whatever. People are weird anyway. But we're going to talk about just the process from step one all the way through finishing the album, finding the right producer, or if you want to produce it yourself. But just leaving your mark, a legacy album that says, this is what I came to do on the earth, and here I'm leaving it behind. So, part two. First of all, we're going to write this entire album with 3 chords. It could be D, C, and G. It could be A minor, F, G. There's also 4 chords. 3 chords and 4 chords. D, C, and G, or A minor, F, C, and G. And if we want to change up the tonality, we're just going to put a capo on there and change it up, okay? So let's just talk about what's going on with your life right now. Are you in a breakup? Are things going amazing for you? Like, is there any particular subject that you want to drop into? Is there a person, place, or thing that you want to focus this first song on? And let's start there. And like, let's say, for instance, if it was a bad experience, do we want to write an amends letter? Do we want to tell this person how they affected us? Do we want to tell the story of how we overcame it? You know, how we were set free from it, how it bound us up for a little bit, and then we were set free from it. Because we don't know true freedom unless we're locked up, in a sense. So there's many different angles we could take to the subject matter, right? But we could start with this. Her name was Kelly. Her name was Kelly. She was from Alabama. And she checked all the boxes that I could ever imagine. And God, I screwed it up so much, I don't know how I ever made it out alive. So this is a song that relates to an ex-girlfriend that I had, a relationship that just blew up. Worst heartbreak I've ever had. So that was a good place to start. Who was she? Where did she live? What was she from? What about her, right? You can do that with one of your past relationships or whatever, but we have this opportunity to dig into the subject matter from a third-person perspective. I was just a young boy. I didn't really have any sense. I just knew when I saw her face, I would melt. And I didn't know what I had ahead of me. Otherwise I would have run the other way. But I wouldn't have the lesson I had today. Stuff like that. So strum the chords, say whatever comes out with this subject in mind, and go back and watch the video and write down anything that comes across that was authentic and real, and then take the last word of that song and find a thesaurus or a rhyming dictionary and a thesaurus, and find other words. You know, use a thesaurus to find other alternative words to describe what's going on, but keep it kind of 5th grade level, if you would. You can get crazy with your vocabulary too, but I'm just suggesting to make it understandable and comprehensive for other people. So yeah, take that last word from that potent line that you wrote, and then find a rhyming dictionary and see if you can flirt with that a little bit. Or just keep going. I knew that when I saw her face, I got so nervous that I wanted to run away. So I just faked it long enough to make it look like I was tough, and then I approached her in the way. I don't know, something like that. But just let it flow. I know everything that's coming out right now, it doesn't make any sense, but it's the act of writing, of getting the pencil and the paper, or just grabbing the chords and singing what comes out. You're gonna start to get acquainted with your voice. You're gonna start to get better at moving your voice up and down with the key of the chords. And you can find alternate notes besides the you can find the fifth. This was a good note to start on for the first verse. And then on the chorus, I know this is supposed to be the hook of the song, and I'm not sure what I'll say, but I'll try to make it long enough for you to want to stay a while. So you can use different notes in the chord to start to match your voice to, and that's another approach. But we'll get into all this stuff. This is part one, and make sure you hit like and follow or subscribe, whatever it is, to help me out with the algorithm. That's the least that I can ask for. I'm not selling you anything. I'm just sharing with you some methodology that sometimes works for me. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you can't force inspiration, and that's just the way it is. But this is a good place to start. Grab your instrument, 3 chords, D, C, and G, right? Capo it up if you want to go to a different key. And then A minor, F, C, and G. Those are simple chords to play too. If you don't know these chords, then go learn them. It's not that big of a deal. And then you can also capo up for the A minor, F, C, and G, okay? These are chord combinations that they use in Nashville. The A minor would be the 6, the C would be the 1, the F would be the 5, and the G would be the F would be the 4, the G would be the 5. The D would be the 1, the C would be, the D would not be the 1, the D would be the 5, the C would be the 4, and the G would be the 1. So that's in the key of G, but you're starting in the D chord. You can also start in the G, C, and D. 1, 4, 5 is also a combination. But that's a great place to start. Get to play. I don't call it work, it's play. It's not homework, it's home play. And just have some fun. Take all the pressure off. Hit a camera, videotape yourself, be ridiculous, say some dumb stuff, make some funny faces. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Like, give yourself the opportunity to get free and expressive and forget about the rest of the world. Nobody's here to watch you. You can get as crazy and naked as you want. Cool? Have some fun.